Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Riverside Park in beautiful Cashmere, Washington for today's game of the week in the Cashmere Soccer League. Primos FC decked in red, Cashmere FC decked in their traditional grays. It's going to be a good one. We're just about to start here with Primos FC taking care of business from right to left. There's the whistle. We are in business here in the Cashmere Valley. Solorio, the touch for Camarillo all the way to the back. Across midfield, Sitio, recovered by Cashmere FC. Interrupted once again by Sitio. Trying again is Jose Camarillo entering the box. The shot! And no doubter by Jose Camarillo, number 9. And just like that, less than a minute into this one, Primos gets on the board, 1-0. This moment of the game brought to you by La Tortuga Loca, proud sponsor of Cashmere Soccer League action in this beautiful sunny season of soccer here in the Cashmere Valley. Cashmere FC on the move. Touch to the back for the goalkeeper Sanchez. Looking to connect with Ricardo Cepeda. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Primos. We hear a helicopter, no doubt trying to put out some of the fires that were caused by the thunderstorm that we had last night in the Cashmere Valley. Going down the left side for Primos is Solorio. The touch for Camarillo. Camarillo making a path as he goes, turning to the back. There's Jorge Cepeda. Back to Camarillo. A bit too long. Is he going to stay in bounds? He is. Keeps it in bounds. Hector Solorio. Solorio. Across the center alley. Ricardo Capi in charge of the action, decked in green. Recovering for Cashmere FC. Pushing the ball upfield. Rivera. Beto Rivera. Touch to the back. Bit of a chipper there. Inside the box, and the stop by the goalkeeper, Alexander Canchola. Goal kick for Primos. Defensive header that time by Edgar Valdivia. Back to Alexander Canchola. Long push-up field on the right side. Off to the races we go. Who's going to get there first? Looks like it's going to be Omar Sanchez, the goalkeeper for Cashmere FC. The quick run down the flank. Battling for it is Ricardo Cepeda. Recovered by Primos. Off to the races is Solorio. Solorio pushing the ball upfield for Daniel Vaca. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for Cashmere FC as we approach the 3-minute mark here in beautiful Cashmere, Washington. The touch to the back with a bit of trouble. Canchola could not quite wrangle that one. And he kind of lost his footing there. So it should be an opportunity for Cashmere FC. The throw-in goes over the head of Cashmere FC's player. We're going to find out who he is at the break. He's not on the roster. Cepeda, right-footed shot, sails a little wide. You have any idea who number 12 is for Cashmere FC? Because I certainly do not. Rivas? All right, thank you. Oh, you got it, pal. Our camera person here, Javier Reina, pulling double duty. He played in the game for Bad Apples. The Bad Apples won 5-0. 5-0. Then he changed gear, and now he's manning the camera. He'll be cutting the grass during the third game. He's doing everything today. Omar Sanchez taking charge. That doesn't quite work for him. Hector Solorio on the quick counter. Daniel Vaca. Battling for it. Trying to keep it alive. Looking for an illicit maneuver to be called by Mr. Capi, the referee, Ricardo Capi. Quick shout out to Our friend Roberto Marroquin, watching from home, hopefully. Bit of a battle there. Ball gets in the mixer. Not a whole lot of clarity. And ultimately is Alexander Canchola with more urgency than style with what turns out to be a good ball and a charge from behind. That should be a foul called. Mr. Capi says no. We're going to go with his opinion. He's a lot closer than us. The pivoting header! And it's Ricardo Cepeda for Cashmere FC. We're all tied at 1. 6 minutes of play. And Ricardo Cepeda coming through for his squad once again, like we saw many times during the spring season. And there's the man of the hour, Cepeda, wearing that 10 with pride. The shot across, and the stop by Alexander Canchola. Canchola rolling it upfield for Hector Solorio. The long ball, the right at the hands of the goalkeeper for Cashmere FC, Omar Sanchez. Rejected at midfield by Primos, opening the game up to the left side for Diego Sitio. Good takeaway by the back line of Cashmere FC. Off to the races now is Angel Valdivia. Angel Valdivia, right-footed shot across, looking for Ricardo Cepeda, and sending it to the corner kick is Jorge Cepeda for Primos FC. This moment of the game brought to you by Alignment Pros and Express Lube. Proud sponsor of Cashmere Soccer League action. I got to tell you, folks, I went to change the oil the other day, and I completely forgot where I was going, and I ended up at a different establishment. And you know who reminded me that I was doing Alignment Pros wrong? The folks at this establishment. It's like, hey, you're wearing the wrong hat. I was like, nope, I'm wearing the right hat. I'm just at the wrong place. It was the most embarrassing moment of my week, bar none. Couple of substitutions happening for Primos. We have number 11, Julio Garcia, number 16, Ismael Cepeda, but there is Ricardo Cepeda for Cashmere FC. There's a shot and a diving stop by Alexander Canchola. Coming through for his team big time. 1 goal apiece here as we approach the 8th minute of play. Primos FC scoring early, less than a minute into it, and then Cashmere FC with a tying tally in the 6th minute of play. Corner kick for Cashmere FC. It looks like it will be Alan Rivas. Rivas, the shot, cleared away with no major difficulty by Cepeda Jorge. Throwing once again for Cashmere FC. Ball dangling about in the middle of the box. There's Ricardo Cepeda. I got to tell you, Ricardo Cepeda really makes a difference when he gets that ball on his feet. Ball goes out of bounds. Ricardo once again, and this time Alexander Canchola manages to hang on to it. It will be a goal kick for Primos. And the defensive header that time by Javier Ramos ends at the hands of Omar Sanchez, the goalkeeper. The touch long for Ricardo Cepeda. On the mark is Julio Garcia. The shot across, and it bounces off Garcia. It will be a corner kick for Cashmere FC. 8 minutes, 29, perhaps a little more. Just a few more ticks higher, but that's where we are in this particular juncture. Cepeda, left-footed corner kick, sails across the mouth of the goal. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Primos. Bit of a collision there. Whistle on the play. It will be Cashmere FC putting into play. And, of course, Ricardo Cepeda getting that right foot ready. One on the wall. There's a shot. Bounces off Hector Solorio. It was very, very close. The wall was to where Ricardo Cepeda was standing. And that's what the bench for Cashmere FC is complaining about right now, justly so, in my opinion. There's a throw-in for Cashmere FC. The half volley that time by Alan Rivas, recovered by Primos. Off to the races we go. There's Jorge Cepeda. Jorge Cepeda, the touch to the back, pushing it upfield on the right side. The shot across, can't quite find Jose Camarillo, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be a corner kick for Primos FC as we approach the 10th minute of play here in beautiful Riverside Park in Cashmere. There's a shot across. The soft touch with the right foot of Jose Camarillo sails out of bounds. Somebody must have touched it before it left the friendly confines of the playing field. It will be another corner kick. And this time it's Omar Sanchez punching it out of the way, right to the hands of one of the bench players for Cashmere FC. Rocha for Cepeda. Cepeda with the long ball. Back to Rocha on the recovery. Jorge Cepeda. Israel Rocha. Rocha. Across the center alley. Ismael Cepeda leaving one behind. The touch to the back. Ricardo Cepeda on defensive labor. And this could be interesting. He's got some room. He's got some space. He's got a player waiting on the left side. Referee says play on. Primos recovers. Jose Camarillo. Heel touch by Solorio. Back to Solorio now. Julio Garcia. Garcia. The long ball for Ricardo Cepeda. Only one on the mark, Jorge Cepeda. And there's a foul called. And it's a free kick for Cashmere FC, and the instructions could not be clearer. It's ask for the distance. In other words, don't let the wall for Primos FC be too close to the ball. Substitution, it will be Ricardo Cepeda taking a breather. And Efraín Valdivia going in for Cashmere FC. I stand corrected. It was going to be a Primos ball, and Primos is putting it back into action. Jorge Cepeda across midfield. Down the right flank they go. Back to Jorge Cepeda. Right-footed touch, top of the box, and it sails just past the waiting Mr. Camarillo. Would have been a good opportunity for Primos FC. 12:22 on the clock. We're still tied at 1-1. Sanchez, the goalkeeper. Efraín Valdivia. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Ismael Cepeda taking care of this throw-in for Primos. Julio Garcia. Defensive effort by Cashmere FC. Recovered by Jose Camarillo. Good job by the back line of Cashmere blocking the angles. Ball goes out of bounds. Julio Garcia for near post. Ismael Cepeda looking for that right foot shot. He has to clear one out. He does. Touch for second. The second marker, and he gets a little tangled up. Another try. Hector Solorio. Good recovery by Cashmere FC. Efraín Valdivia shaking one marker. The good ball inside the box, and he gets a little too fancy that time. A good effort by Ángel Valdivia. Tried to really put his signature on this game with a nice little sombrero, but instead the ball sails a little high. Sanchez stopping Hector Solorio. Sanchez having a little trouble getting back up, and now he's vertical again. Rocha and Cepeda. Taken away by Cashmere FC. It was Alan Rivas taking care of this corner kick. 14 minutes and 6. Far post, and just before Ángel Valdivia taps it in, Primos player, looks like Julio Garcia, sending it to the corner kick. Far post, recovered by the back line of Primos. Solorio with some space. Shot across. Cleared away. Trying again is Julio Garcia. Recovered by Efrain Valdivia. Beto Rivera. Valdivia! He swings and misses, baseball style. He's going to try again. Shakes one off. Enters the box. Tries to make a path as he goes. Opens the gap to the left side. And Cashmere FC has his second tally. Alan Rivas making it 2-1. And the comeback is complete for Cashmere FC in the 15th minute of play. What a job by Efrain Valdivia, attracting markers, allowing Alan Rivas to be more or less open on the right side. And when the time came, instead of firing a goal, just a soft touch to the left, and Alan finishes it off. It is 2-1, Cashmere up. Plenty to play for. There's Garcia, the shot and the stop by goalkeeper Omar Sanchez. Oh, a bit of a takeaway that time. This could be dangerous. Camarillo whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls this one. It was a penalty. It's a penalty. What? Oh, that's right. That's not allowed anymore, is it? Yeah. The sweeping tackles. The shot. No doubter. And the lead lasts only a little bit. The joy is short-lived for Cashmere FC. Primos ties it up with a penalty kick by Jose Camarillo. It's 2-2 in the 17th minute of play. We're trying to figure out. And the sweeping tackle is no longer allowed here. So that's what Mr. Capi saw, and he didn't hesitate. Despite the protestations of some of the gray-clad players of Cashmere FC, it is 2-2. There's Camarillo opening the game up for Julio Garcia, and it's Sanchez beating him to it in spectacular fashion. Angel Valdivia, the touch for Efrain sails a little wide, and Efrain is like, you got to send it to my left foot, not my right. Rivas, Angel Valdivia, Efrain Valdivia, hesitating a little bit. That cost him. Guerrero, Rocha, Mora, right-footed shot. Not a major worry for the back line of Cashmere FC. 17:44, and perhaps a couple of ticks on the clock on top of that. There's a throw-in. Defensive effort by Beto Rivera. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a corner kick for Primos FC. 2-2 ties so far, with Primos jumping ahead 30 seconds into this contest. There's a shot across. The right-footed sweeping move that time by Jose Camarillo. A half volley that perhaps deserved better, and Jose Camarillo takes a seat, being replaced by Jorge Canchola, number 10. So a quick substitution for Primos. I am not too fond of defensive substitutions during a corner kick. But let's see how this substitution on offense pays off for the team in red. Not a major worry that time. It will be a throw-in for Primos. And now we have another substitution. Is Daryl Guedes, number 1. But as a field player this time. Going in for Primos. Rocha. Sitio. Guedes. The header and the stop by Sanchez. I asked Guedes if he was going to be the goalie today, and he told me flat out, I'm sick of playing goalie, man. He wants no part of the three tubes. We're back in action now. 19 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. Long ball across midfield for Efrain Valdivia. Efrain battling it out. Good takeaway that time by Jorge Cepeda. These two teams are really well matched, as evidenced not just by the score, but by the way they go after each ball. Throwing for Primos, it will be the aforementioned Daryl Geddes, and now Efrain Valdivia having a bit of a frank exchange of ideas with referee Mr. Capi. Rocha is shot from behind. Referee makes no call. Play continues. Geddes. Ricardo Cepeda back in action for Cashmere FC. Israel Rocha. Charged from behind by Beto Rivera. It should be Primos FC ball, and it is. 20 minutes 45. We're approaching the end of this very entertaining first half. Ricardo Cepeda. Rivera. Back to Ricardo. Ricardo shaking what? Well, he's grabbed. Blatantly grabbed by the shirt. It will be a free kick for... It should be a free kick for Cashmere FC. And this time it's Efrain Valdivia getting behind it. There's Efrain Valdivia. The shot bounces off. It looked like it was number 4, Diego Sitio, on the wall. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a corner kick for Primos FC. It's a 2-2 tie at the edge of halftime here in Riverside Park in Cashmere, Washington. Primos FC and Cashmere FC battling it out in the sun. Corner kick. And there's the whistle that tells us that this first half belongs in the vintage section of the store. So far, the score, Primos FC 2, Cashmere FC 2. We'll be right back after this. All right, we are back in action here. The second half started not 5 seconds ago, so you have not missed much. But if you are just joining us, though, you missed a heck of a first half with Primos FC and Cashmere FC battling it out to a 2-2 tie. We need to ask Javier, is this our new sponsor here today? It is? No? Okay. All right, folks, it's a corner kick for Primos going from left to right on your screen, decked entirely in red. Good defensive effort by Alan Rivas. Bit of a shove there. Ricardo Cepeda letting it sail out of bounds. Faster tempo for the beginning of the second half by the Cashmere FC squad. The club soda was a bad choice. Throw in for Cashmere FC. 3 on the mark. Cleared away. Inside Cashmere FC territory. Geddes on the recovery. Rocha. The shout from the Cashmere FC bench is pressure, pressure, pressure. Handball there. Is Jose Camarillo being called on the infraction. Edgar Valdivia. Cepeda, the shot sails out of bounds. Is that a new goalkeeper for Primos? Or is that the same guy? So Jorge Canchola. Jorge Canchola is the goalkeeper, not Alexander. Okay. It's a family affair behind under the three tubes for Primos FC today. On the other side, we see Mr. Sanchez taking care of business. Ramos. Rivera. Valdivia. Off to Ricardo Cepeda. Looking for a foul, none forthcoming. Across midfield, go Primos. Jose Camarillo. Solorio Hector. Rocha. Sent out of bounds by the indefatigable Mr. Ricardo Cepeda. Substitution coming for Cashmere FC. It looks like it will be Miguel Guerrero. Going back in. Control the midfield is the instruction from the Cashmere FC bench. Rivas, recovered by Primos. Solorio Hector. Good stop on defense by Cashmere FC. There's Valdivia. Rivas. Good triangulation. Guerrero. Valdivia. Rivas, whistle on the play. Foul called. It will be a free kick for Primos FC. Camarillo getting ready. Also in the neighborhood is Hector Solorio, 2 on the wall. Omar Sanchez squatting to get a side of the ball. Bounces off the wall, sails out of bounds. It should be a corner kick for Primos. 4 minutes, 25 seconds into this second half of play. This moment of the game brought to you by Central Air Solutions, proud sponsor of Cashmere Soccer League action in this beautiful sunny summer of 2024. Quick run. Up the field. Shot across. And Jose Camarillo turned into an ice statue instead of just sticking his foot out. He just let it sail by him. Good combination by Primos. That could have been the 3-2. Surprising out of Camarillo, who's had a really good game. Ball goes out of bounds as we see Diego Sitio asking for a substitution. Let's see if his wish is granted or if he needs to rub the lamp a little bit more. There's the sub. It looks like it's Julio Garcia. Throwing for Cashmere FC, Valdivia. Now Cepeda. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Primos FC. And Daniel Vaca goes in, subbing in for Daryl Geddes on Primos. A quick run down the left side by Solorio. He's fouled. From behind, it will be a free kick. Should be a free kick for Primos FC. Solorio. Solorio, the shot. And it sails in front of everybody. No connection. It will be a goal kick for Cashmere FC. And here comes another paraglider. Cepeda. Action continues. Right-footed shot by none other than Mr. Miguel Guerrero. Sails a little wide. And where's this paraglider going to land? Okay. behind the corner flag, it looks like. No, he's going to keep on going. He's going to keep on going. All right. He sticks the landing. Jorge Canchola, the backup goalkeeper for Primos. Garcia. Battling with Angel Valdivia. Ball goes out of bounds. Garcia, Primos ball. Touch to the back. Good triangulation. Quick movement. Solorio Hector. Garcia. Garcia. Off to the races. The short touch inside the box. Cepeda, the shot, and it kisses the upright. It will be a goal kick for Cashmere FC. 7 minutes 51 into this second half of play. We're still tied at 2-2. Valdivia. Back to Sanchez. The long ball looking for Angel Valdivia. And instead is Jorge Canchola. Canchola. In a bit of a hurry, delivers a touch a little too far for Camarillo to catch up to it. It will be Cashmere FC ball, 8 minutes 24. This moment of the game brought to you by Central Washington Painting, interior, exterior, residential, and commercial. Proud sponsor of Cashmere Soccer League action in this year 2024. Ball bounces off Mr. Capi. Play continues. Vaca, right-footed shot, and a couple of bounces. Cepeda, Jorge. Jorge, the touch. Daniel Vaca back to Cepeda. Under some pressure, the back line of Cashmere FC bends but doesn't break. There's Ricardo Cepeda, personal maneuver, the shot, and the diving Jorge Canchola. Coming up big. 9 minutes, 10 seconds into this second half of play. Guerrero to take care of this corner kick, but man, what a save by Jorge Canchola. There's the shot. Excuse me. Alan Rivas on the header. Angel Valdivia. Swing and a miss by Edgar Valdivia. Quick counter on the making. Hector Solorio leaving one behind. The shot and the touch of the foot of Camarillo lands at the hands of the goalkeeper before Camarillo could put some power on it. Quickly, give and go. Ricardo Cepeda runs into Jorge Canchola. And Canchola prevails for the second consecutive time. There's Cashmere FC. Off to the races. The shot bounces off and it ends up at the hands of Canchola, but there was a whistle on the play. We'll see what the referee calls. Calls it a free kick for Cashmere FC. 10 minutes, 19 seconds into this second half of play. Edgar Valdivia, 3 on the wall. Edgar Valdivia, the shot, bounces off the wall. Lands right back at Valdivia. Julio Garcia. The long touch to the right side, looking for Daniel Vaca, interrupted by, it looked like Javier Ramos, sending it to the throw-in. Shot across. Ball goes out of bounds and play resumes now. Javier Ramos looking for Ricardo Cepeda. Ball outruns him. It will be Primos ball. 11 minutes, 40 seconds. We're still knotted up at 2 apiece. The header by Alan Rivas. Another header now. Jose Camarillo. The turn. Hector Solorio. Switching flanks across the center alley for Israel Rocha. Rocha waiting for his Garcia. He chooses to go with Jorge Canchola all the way back. Jorge Cepeda across midfield. Shading to the left side for Solorio. The shot bounces off a defender. Actually, it was a Primos player that bounced it off because Julio Garcia went and tried to keep it alive. Couldn't quite get there. It'll be a substitution coming now for Cashmere FC. Looks like it's Beto Rivera. There's the throw-in. Alan Rivas. Rivera. Back to Rivas. Getting past one marker, trying for two. Inside the box, the heel touch. Oh my goodness. What a great collective play by Cashmere FC. Beautifully done. The heel touch. And then Mr. Cepeda Ricardo sending one over the crossbar. This moment of the game brought to you by La Tortuga Loca, Mexican restaurant, proud sponsor of Cashmere Soccer League action in the year 2024. 13 minutes, 29 seconds. Into this second half of play. Jorge Canchola. The long ball shielded on defense by Alan Rivas. It will be a goal kick for Cashmere FC. Omar Sanchez. Sanchez. Defensive header by Primos. Collected by Daniel Vaca. Jose Camarillo. Camarillo right-footed shot. And Mr. Sanchez watches it sail by. Substitution for Primos. It looks like Ismael Cepeda is in. Defensive effort by Jorge Cepeda. There is Ismael across midfield. Ismael inside the box. Shot across. And the stop right at the line. What a great job that time by Sanchez. The left-footed touch by Camarillo. Looking without a doubt for his hat-trick goal. And instead is Mr. Sanchez saying, not on my watch. Rivera, recovered by Primos, Solorio, Camarillo, Vaca, the stop. Camarillo, switching flanks. Rocha, the shot, Sanchez, and the stop. Vaca. Camarillo. Backtracking a little bit for Israel Rocha. The shot, and it's Mr. Sanchez. Looked like he punched it away, sending it over the crossbar. 50 minutes 45. This moment of the game brought to you by Central Washington Painting. Interior, exterior, residential, and commercial. Off to the races. This is Cepeda. Cepeda, the solo maneuver, the shot, and the stop by his bête noire this afternoon. Jorge Canchola has denied Cepeda at least 3 shots on goal. Rocha looking to find Camarillo. Instead, it finds one of the defenders for Cashmere FC, sending it to the throw-in. Ismael Cepeda. Hector Solorio. Well marked. Opening the game up to the right side for Vaca. The heel touch back to Vaca. Ah! And Sanchez has to slap it away. It's been a second half of close calls on both ends here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying it as much as we are, because this has been a beauty of a game. 60 minutes, 57 seconds. This moment of the game brought to you by Central Air Solutions, proud sponsor of Cashmere Soccer League action in the year 2024. The long ball. Looking to find Angel Valdivia. The shot across. Valdivia, and Cepeda sails it out of bounds. Ricardo Cepeda has had 4 or 5 opportunities on goal, and at least 4 of them have been denied by Jorge Canchola, and 1 by just sheer old bad luck, folks. I tell you. If there was any fairness in soccer, perhaps Jorge Cepeda should have Ricardo Cepeda should at least have 1 tally to his name. 1 more tally to his name, because the first goal for Cashmere FC belongs to him. The shot across from the corner kick. Nobody there to connect. They're outside the box waiting for it. It's Israel Rocha. Rocha, the shot upfield, shot across, and Camarillo can't sink it in. Another try. Right-footed shot, cleared away by Alan Rivas. Waiting for it, Jorge Canchola. Canchola asking for it. Way on the other side is Hector Solorio. To him it goes. There's Solorio. Solorio. On the mark is Edgar Valdivia. Inside the box. Camarillo, the shot. Goal, 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 goal! And that is a hat-trick for Jose Camarillo. Primos FC takes the lead 3-2. 18 minutes, 29 seconds. And let's see how Cashmere bounces back from this one. Shot. Defensive stop that time. Cleared away on the second try by Israel Rocha. Pushing it upfield is Hector Solorio. Solorio, the shot. Solorio sails it out of bounds. Sanchez. Whistle on the play. There's going to substitution. There's going to be a substitution as Daryl Guedes going back in. Number 1 for Primos. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Cashmere FC. Ricardo Cepeda inside the box now. With more urgency than the style. Primos trying to clear and sending it basically as close to the river as they can, apparently. 19 minutes 32, just a couple of minutes before we reach the end of regulation. The Primos FC ahead 3-2, thanks to a hat-trick by number 9, Jose Camarillo. Sanchez playing like a one more field player. Long ball, not a major worry for Jorge Canchola. Canchola tries to kill a few more seconds. Gets the ball, not a major worry. Looks at the sky, checks out the grass, and now brings it back into play. 3-2 the lead. Primos FC on the verge of an impressive victory. And there's the whistle that tells that we are done here. Primos FC takes a 3-2 victory over Cashmere FC in a very entertaining contest. We'll be right back after this. With the Welcome back. We've just witnessed a very entertaining contest with Primos FC and Cashmere FC battling it out, when Primos FC coming up on top by a score of 3-2. Next to me is the man responsible for those 3 goals, Jose Camarillo from Primos FC. Jose, welcome. And tell me, what does this do in terms of confidence? Now it's a tie last week, a win, a very hard-fought win. You guys come out ahead. What does this do in the terms of confidence for the team for the weeks ahead?
I mean, it just tells us that the next coming games we can get the 3 points. I mean, gives us a lot of confidence, how you said, to the next game. And then because we lost the first one and we tied the second one, now this one we won, so we can keep that going.
Absolutely. Now, what can you tell us about the performance of your defense today? Because Cashmere FC had some really good shots on goal, and they were not able to capitalize. Jorge Canchola came up big many times. Tell us about the defensive end of things.
No, well, how you said, it's not just scoring goals, it's always defense as well. And our defense, second half, we did pretty good. And Canchola, with that save, he saved us. So, yeah, we give props to the whole team, not just me for scoring the goals.
What gave you trouble about what the Cashmere FC did? Because you guys started very strong. You scored a goal like 30 seconds in. But then the Cashmere FC came back and took the lead 2-1. What gave you trouble about them, especially in the first half?
Well, how you said they were a pretty good team. I mean, I think they won both of their games before this, so and their forwards is pretty good as well. Yeah, he's pretty good. So I mean, how I said, our defense kept it locked up in the back, and I think that gave us confidence, the attacking, to try to score the goal.
And between now and your next game, what needs to be fixed? Job one. What do you guys need to improve upon?
We just need to stay focused, communicate. I know when they scored the goals, we kind of put our heads down, but I think just focusing on the game and finishing it through.
Thank you very much. That was Jose Camarillo, a scorer of the 3 goals. Before we go, one last question, Jose. What was your favorite of the 3 goals?
The last one, because that gave us the 3 points.
That works for me too. That was Jose Camarillo with a hat trick today in the victory of Primos FC over Cashmere FC by a score of 3 goals to 2. On behalf of everyone involved, I'm Sebastián Moraga saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.